Having a strong faith will give you the craziest and strongest discipline. However, going into step 3, what is it that gives you a high iman? How do you get a stronger iman? And the only path to getting a stronger faith, the only path to increasing your iman, to getting a stronger faith, is through knowledge. Reason being is, first of all, it just makes sense, right? The more you know about Allah Azza wa Jal, the more you know what out of this world in terms of characteristics and His name and His attributes, what He's capable of doing, what He did in the past. The more you read the stories in the Qur'an, the miracles, the more you fear Allah Azza wa Jal, and the more you want to submit to Him. So the more disciplined you become, because you want to please Him, and He is your master, He is your Lord. And as well, Allah Azza wa Jal, He tells us in the Qur'an in Surah Fatir, He says, إِنَّمَا يَخْشَى اللَّهَ مِنْ عِبَادِهِ الْعُلَمَاء, that rather the only ones and who truly fear Allah Azza wa Jal of His servants are al-ulama, the scholars. Al-ulama coming from the verbal noun in the Arabic language, ilm, knowledge, ulama. Allah says only those who truly fear Allah among His servants are the scholars. Those who truly fear Allah Azza wa Jal are the scholars. Now, what makes the scholars different from the other people in this world is their knowledge. So the more knowledge you gain, the more you fear Allah Azza wa Jal. And Allah Azza wa Jal, again, I really want to emphasize on this ayah, only those who truly fear Allah among His servants are the scholars. Only those who truly fear Allah among His servants are the scholars. Surah Fatir 35:28. And so the more knowledge you have, the more you fear Allah Azza wa Jal. It just only makes sense. And the more you fear Allah Azza wa Jal, the more you become disciplined. Because most of the things that hurt yourself, Allah Azza wa Jal already prohibit them, or dhammaha, or He has looked or spoken about in a negative way in the Qur'an anyways. Like it's not good for you anyways. So the more knowledge you have, the more self-control you have, self-discipline, the more you have of a better judgment, because your judgment will align with Allah Azza wa Jal, with Allah Azza wa Jal will, with what He wants you to do. And the more you will have a sense of guilt when doing unproductive things. This is why Allah Azza wa Jal says in the Qur'an, Ya Yahya, khudh al-kitaba biquwwa wa ataynahu al-hukma sabiyya. He says, Oh Yahya, take this book with strength, what was revealed to him. And ataynahu, and we gave him a sound judgment while still a boy. Meaning he became mature, he had a sound judgment, he thinks like a man, like a stoic, responsible man. When he was a child, when he was a boy, because he took this book with strength. So holding on to the Qur'an, onto the revelation of Allah Azza wa Jal, will give you a clear understanding of good and bad. And if you have a good understanding of good and bad, aligned with what Allah Azza wa Jal wants you to do, then it will develop your intellect and it will develop a self-control thing. Because the more intellect, the more logical you think, these won't please Allah. The more you're going to feel stupid doing it, or even thinking about doing it. And so that makes you become a more stoic man, a more responsible man, a more disciplined man that wants to please Allah Azza wa Jal. And every little thing that you do in this world is aligned with Allah Azza wa Jal will.